Good afternoon. Myself Divya Sarabudla, an assistant professor from CSA department in KG Reddy College of Engineering and Technology. And today I here to discuss about the subject web technologies. This is for current third year students. So what is web technologies? So mainly the web technologies deals with the communication of computers through the networks by using markup languages. So here the markup languages can be HTML, or it can be PHP, JavaScript, all comes under markup languages. So the main difference between the markup languages and the programming languages are, in programming languages like C, C++, Java, these all comes under programming language. This is one standard language by using syntaxes and semantics. Whereas coming to scripting languages, the scripting languages we can embed the programming language into the script. So that's why it is called as scripting language. The scripting language can be written by using tags. So this is just the introduction part of web technologies. In this we can design static web pages and dynamic web pages. So by using a markup language like HTML, that is hypertext markup language, we can design a static web page. So what is static web page exactly? A static web page, for example, like where the operations are not updated, where actions cannot be updated time to time. So to design, just to create look and feel web pages, we use static web pages like or HTML. So hypertext markup language is one of the static web pages. To design the static web pages, to design how the page looks like. And coming to dynamic web page, whereas in dynamic web page today we see day to day actions like Facebook, WhatsApp. So these all comes under dynamic web pages. So the updations or any changes can be done within the fraction of seconds. So within the fraction of seconds we can change the page, we can upload a photo, we can send a text, we can send a video, like that. So all comes under dynamic web pages. So for dynamic web pages we use the scripting languages like PHP and JavaScript. We can use XML and servlets and JSPs. So in our syllabus, the very first unit is about PHP and second unit is about XML, third servlets, fourth JSP, and the last unit, fifth unit, is about JavaScript. So we discuss in detail about each unit in detail. So what is PHP? The very first unit is about PHP. So PHP hypertext preprocessor. So the PHP is a server side scripting to create dynamic web pages. Okay. Suppose we are having a client machine and server, and we can send and receive the information by using a protocol called hypertext transfer protocol. This is the general how web technology works. So, in web technologies, the computers communicate through the network. So, here the client computer and there is a server. Here client will give, there must be a connection, internet connection. By using HTTP transfer protocol, we can send and receive the information. Here the client means your PC. Suppose I am searching like www.google.com. Now, client is typing this on the web browser. So, we have so many web browsers like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet, like that. So, here the client will search www.google.com and he will send the information to the server via HTTP protocol. So, what the server will do? Here whatever the address, this is called as DNS, whatever the DNS sent by the client, it will be stored as one ID like IP address, you can say that IP address. By this IP address, server will maintain unique IP addresses. So, the server will found the IP address of a particular client system and the server will give the response to the client, that then the page will be opened. Okay, this is how web technologies works. Here what is the role of PHP? So, PHP is to create server side web pages. So, in order to get the pages like google.com, in server side I should create a program. So, how PHP must be embedded in like HTML document. Before going to PHP, you must have the knowledge on HTML. So, what is the syntax of basic HTML? Already you know in IT workshop. So, the basic syntax of HTML, the opening tag HTML, and then after you have to insert head, then go for body section and then close the head, close the body, like close the HTML. This is the general syntax of HTML, you already know. Here I should embed our PHP. So, I already told scripting languages means you can embed our PHP into HTML, that is possible. Whereas, in programming languages you cannot embed C into Java, cannot embed Java into other programming language, that is not possible. So, but in scripting it is possible to embed PHP in HTML. So, this is general syntax of HTML. Now, I am embedding my PHP into HTML, like open tag of PHP is like this PHP, then you write the code, echo something, echo is like printing, echo hello world, like this. Echo hello world and then close the PHP within the HTML file only. Then save this document as something like first.php. So, how this will be executed? This will be executed in web browsers. Okay. And then we discuss in the next class about how the PHP and the syntaxes, variables, functions and all those in the next class. Okay, this is just an introduction of how web technology works, and the very first unit, that is hypertext preprocessor PHP. Thank you all.